everyone, it's Danielle from Exploring Alternatives, and I'm here with Jeff McIntyre, who's going to give us a tour of his 400-acre piece of land where he's living off-grid most of the year with his family and doing some painting and a lot of cool stuff. So let's check it out.
I guess it was 10 years ago we started to look, my brother and I. And we looked all over Canada, but there was a real pull to the Outaouais region. We love the seclusion. I mean, we're sitting here on 400 acres. We want a place that's comfortable and has everything that we need to live comfortably, but we wanted to keep it as a wildlife reserve. I mean, our goal is for this space to remain exactly how it is for a number of generations. So come on in. In sticking with line with the concept of the outdoor living, we want this to be like a 1920s camp. This is the first one we built, and it's a trailer that we got for $600. Took out the bathroom and kitchen and made it into our bedroom. So in a little space like this, it's a 17-foot trailer. We have room for our queen-size bed and bunk beds for the kids. This was a great solution for making space for our family so that I can do my art up in the studio. We wanted to take the insulation all out just to make sure there were no critters. And this was very rough, so we wanted to put new floorboards in. And we are feeling very cozy in it. It's kind of like a nest. And the studio is like our treehouse. If you're ever going to buy an old trailer, make sure that the roof is covered because the snow will go through it. We just built a shed roof over it so the snow can slide nicely. So on the lake, there's no power boats, there's no jet skis. There's a few canoes, there's some paddle boards over there. My fishing boat, I run with an electric motor. Between the studio lights and me putting around in the boat, we run everything off this one panel on the dock and 2 marine batteries. Now, for work and things like that, I do have internet access. I do bring my laptop and my iPad and all of the devices which I need to function. There again, though, it's just run off this one panel. My kids, they love it. They've been coming here since they were very small in baby backpacks and in snowshoes and pulled in sleds, and they're going to be quite the wild boys. Because of the off the grid, there are limitations, but we are here in the winter. We snowshoe in, snowmobiling in can be done. We do a lot of cross-country skiing trips in February. So I say we're here 3 seasons a year, but we do spend a large part of winter here as well and enjoying it. We are very careful about what we put into the lake because what goes in is going to stay there for a long time. There are a number of different water solutions that we could have come up with. We probably could drink right out of the lake. I'm confident about that. But for washing dishes and all this type of thing, we have a line that runs from the lake with a gas pump. It pumps it all the way up that steep hill to a reservoir behind the studio, and then it'll run taps. We call it the open gate policy. We get a lot of families here. We're pretty involved with the arts community, so we try and have a retreat get together here once in the summer. But always there's guests coming through, and we love that. If you're going to be living in the woods for months at a time, you asked about the loneliness. Well, it helps when people will come to you and you can have special times in the middle of nowhere. This is kind of my studio as well as the cookie. The concept is kind of an old school camp. So we built this structure as number 1, my studio, but it's also where we congregate for meals, to play cards. The original idea was, of course, making it like a tree house. We wanted an outdoor space, so we didn't want windows. So we have a shutter solution, which will keep it warm in the winter if we cross-country ski in. And then we have a blind. So we had a sailmaker make blinds on a pulley system. So I can roll up the panels on either side, and it really is like being outside, which is nice for a month of the year, right? The idea is to keep it super simple. My buddy that helped me build it is an older gentleman of 80. So I don't think you can find carpentry like this in a lot of places. No power is the way we always wanted it. That being said, it is a functioning art studio. So I run everything on one solar panel. And that's enough to power my boat. That's enough to get my studio lights going. I tend to work on many paintings at the same time of a certain size. So you can see I brought in 4 big panels. So they would be completed with the studies, which are hanging around. Once I get it the way I like it, I bring in big panels. So it's all very fluid working, and I really love that. You know, as I mentioned, there is no power in here, and we really appreciate it. We use, you know, lights from the 1920s. We use a gas lantern, small propane light. We find this very useful even for getting the dampness out of our master bedroom down there.
Really?
We can bring this in, and that little thing will get rid of all the damp. The wood stove, you know, we run that all year round. That is enough once we have the shutters on to come in cross-country skiing. It heats up very, very quickly. We use this small oven for cooking. Gives us everything we need. We do a lot of cooking on the wood stove as well. As mentioned, though, most of it happens on the lower deck. That's where the fire pit is, and that's where a lot of the cooking happens in the dining. So, I mean, there's been lots of challenges over the last decade. There was, of course, no structures on the acreage. So it was really just dealing with the environment was the biggest challenge. But that's also the fun, to figure out a way through it. Now, 10 years later, I mean, I'm much more comfortable here than I would be in any place in the world.